This is going to be ranking every U.S. state by their first Christmas picture on Google. I Googled Christmas in each state name and used the first image that came up. Number 50 is Arizona. I know luminaries are a traditional part of Christmas, but this scene right here just looks like a candlelit vigil for a lost loved one, not a scene that gets me excited about Christmas. 49, Hawaii. I know it's a warm climate, so this is what Christmas is like there, and I appreciate the effort with the snowman, but I want snow on Christmas, not to be in the sand. 48, Florida. Same thing, just like this snowman, a little bit better. 47, California, again a beach, which might be great for some people, but that's not what I want my Christmas to look like. But this one beat out the last two because it's a little more Christmassy with the tree and the reindeer. 46 is Wyoming. Now we do have a beautiful winter scenery here, but beyond the snow, there's no real elements that make me think of Christmas. You know, there's no bright lights, no decorations or anything like that. 45 is Nevada. We've got a cute little Christmas town, but all of these tents just remind me of the miserable times where my mom would drag me to events like this and make us look at every single thing under every single one of these tents, so I'm not feeling this one. 44 is Connecticut. I mean, it's not terrible. We do have some snow and there's a Christmas tree in the center, but there's just not a whole lot to this one. 43, Nebraska. Again, we've got some snow, some nice lights on the trees, but overall this photo just looks kind of bland. 42, Maine, a little town with a Christmas tree in the center. Not awful, just not very interesting. 41, South Carolina, the same thing, some lights on some shops. It's nice, just nothing special. 40, New Mexico, again we've got some snow and some lights, some luminaries, but with Christmas, I want super bright and colorful, and there's none of that here. 39, Oregon, this one's a little brighter, but just looks a little bit eerie. It almost seems like this should be more of a Halloween scene than a Christmas scene. 38, Oklahoma, a very pretty scene with the Christmas tree and the horse-drawn carriage in the front. But again, I'm looking for bright and eye-popping, and that's not this. 37, Illinois, this one's nice and the lights are pretty, but this just looks like every small town in America. 36, Rhode Island, doesn't have the bright lights that I really like, but it made it this far because this looks like a town straight out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. 35 is Georgia, another small town scene that looks like it could have come straight out of a Hallmark movie. 34, Tennessee, I just thought these lights were super unique, kind of like icicles or snow falling to the ground. 33, Minnesota, a pretty building in the background with some trees and some nice lights on it, and I really like the snowfall coming down throughout the picture. 32, Vermont, not a ton going on in this one, but this building decorated up for Christmas just looks beautiful. 31, Iowa, another one that doesn't have much going on, but I just love this scene with the lighted trees down both sides of the road. 30, Mississippi, I love bright lights, so obviously I love this tree, and then all the lights on the stores down both sides have a nice Christmas feel to them. 29, New Hampshire, a lot of good Christmas elements to this one. Obviously you've got Santa in the center, the well-lit house in the back, and then the horse and buggy on the side. 28, Colorado, plain and simple, I just love all the lights and all the different colors in this one. 27, Michigan, an absolutely gorgeous tree with the state capitol in the background, makes for a really cool photo. 26, North Dakota, you've got someone's house with a ton of Christmas lights out front, which I absolutely love, so this is a good one. 25 is West Virginia. Now this one is perfect because it's straight out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. I guarantee you this is the house where the small town baker lives that falls in love with the executive from the big city. 24, Maryland, another house that is just absolutely gorgeous with all the decorations and the lights. 23, Virginia, I just like all the lights in this one. Obviously the red and green on the tree, there's a snowman in the field, and then a bunch more lights on the trees in the background and on the building. 22, Indiana, I love this tree made of a bunch of different strings of lights, a really cool idea. 21, Utah, a very pretty scene over water with the city in the background, and then just a ton of bright lights throughout this one. 20 is Pennsylvania. This one is just perfect. Really makes you think of Christmas. Ice skating with a gorgeous lit up tree in the background. 19 is Texas. I'm not a huge fan of all the string lights on this tree, but I absolutely love all the colors in the main tree. It is absolutely beautiful. 18 is Arkansas. Just another gorgeous scene with a bunch of Christmas trees lit up in front of the Capitol building, which is also very bright. I love this one. 17 is New Jersey, a house that they did an incredible job on. I love all the lights on this one, but especially the Christmas tree on the side of the house. Also got a ton of lawn ornaments that make for a great look. 16 is Massachusetts. This looks like a little walkthrough or drive-through where you just look at a ton of bright Christmas lights, so I would love to experience this. 15 is Kansas. A ton of great Christmas decorations in this one. I love the Christmas tree, and I especially like the string lights across the top. 14, Alabama, obviously a little Christmas festival area, so a lot of good Christmas elements with the tree, the candy canes, and all the bright lights. 13 is North Carolina, just a nice little Christmas town with a ton of colorful lights throughout, so I love that. 12 is Wisconsin, another one with a ton of lights. I love all the Christmas trees, and the decorations up here on top of the building look great too. 11 is Idaho, not as bright as a lot of the ones we've seen, but I just love the uniqueness to this one. It's got some snow and some white lights. It makes for a very pretty picture. 10 is South Dakota, kind of the same thing, not as bright, but I just love the Christmas feel to this one with all the lights, the Christmas tree, the snow, an absolutely gorgeous scene. 9 is Louisiana. Obviously this photo is at some type of festival because they've got fireworks, but the bright lights of the fireworks just really mesh well with the lights along the bridge and in the background. 8 is Ohio. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't know where you've been, but I absolutely love bright, colorful Christmas lights, so I am a huge fan of this one. 7 is Kentucky. We've got a house that did it super big for Christmas, a ton of lights and lawn ornaments. This is awesome. This is what I hope my future house looks like someday. 6 is Delaware. Definitely a change of pace from all the bright Christmas lights, but this is just an absolutely gorgeous scene. The Christmas tree is the centerpiece, and then the flowers and plants in the background add a lot of red and green, so it's perfect for Christmas. Number 5 is New York. This one was a no-brainer to be top 5. You've got the gorgeous scene at the Rockefeller Center with the Christmas tree, as well as the angels lighting the path to it and the city scenery in the background. Number 4 is Alaska. This one just feels like Christmas. Obviously, you've got the lights throughout, some ice skates in the front for ice skating, and then a log cabin in the background. I love this picture. Number 3 is Montana. Just an absolutely stunning scene that looks like it's straight out of a Hallmark Christmas movie. All the Christmas decorations in the front throughout the little town, and then the mountains in the background just cap this photo off. Number 2 is Missouri. I just love all the lights in this one. Super bright and colorful. Makes for a very pretty scene. And number 1, Washington. This picture is just perfect. I love all the Christmas lights and decorations. The amount of snow is perfect. There's a nice little town in the background, especially the gazebo. This scene is beautiful.